Good day, Kiki, my dear. So what I'm going to do is I am going to break down this thing here in the simplest form I can, so you can understand exactly what's going on here. So let me start from scratch. This thing that you are looking at right here is the blueprint for your soul's evolution. This particular chapter is called Kiki because Kiki has been many different souls, genders, races, religions over time with the goal of making your soul so strong that when you return back to the sky, you can go to other planets and universes and aren't just bound to this three-dimensional. So this right here is chapter Kiki. It is I'm looking up big words. It is composited of all the things that you have left over from the last time, the things you wanted to do, the karma that you had to pay back for the things you did, and your gifts and your blockages as well. Um, at the time that you were born, and imagine your body as a radio receiver, because we're made of nothing more than protons and neutrons. You remember they taught us in school about molecules and all that shit. We are vibrating matter. At the time that you were born, the sky was set up like this here with all these black things in the middle. The moment that you took your first breath, these are the magnetic energies that entered your body, the radio frequency that would be the guiding force that pulled you along your path. So what is your path? That's where we would look over here. This is called your ascendant, your rising. The path you are taking is that of the warrior, the fighter, the pioneer, somebody stepping out and doing something different from your family line. You are starting a new branch in financial security for your family. We can see that because you have DNA over here in the ninth, in Capricorn. And I'm going to try not to speak to you in astrology talk because it makes it confusing. But the family chain you are breaking is anything that has to do with poverty, anything that has to do with you guys not being able to financially thrive the way you wanted to. And that is on the path of the warrior. You are beginning something new. So on this path of the warrior, you have a flashlight. For you, that flashlight is right next to what you need to do for your family life. You are meant to be an entrepreneur of a business that affects people in another country, that steps outside of the box, that creates a lane outside of what you learned from your family line. You are evolving that. So what I'm going to explain to you now is how these green things, these planets out here are pulling you along with the goal of making you the warrior, the person who is creating a business for your family. Down here is the area that represents everything that has to do with you building up your self-esteem and your character for the sake of you. Up here, all these areas on this top half represent the areas of yourself that you are giving away to the world. As you can see, most of your stuff has nothing to do with just you learning who you are. You came here to do something bigger, and I'm pretty sure the anxiety that you are feeling is based on that. So first and foremost, we have 3 planets in your first house. So right now, you are about to go through a phase of a makeover over the course of the next 6 years. Yes, this is long term. 6 years, you're going to go through some changes in yourself because a part of your brand is your beauty. That is the thing that pretty much gets the attention you need right now. Your drive and your dark feminine energy are about to be lined up in your first house, which is the house of self. You are going to be going through changes, figuring out who you are, learning to see yourself in a new light. And you're also learning about your mind. Have you underestimated your own intelligence? Do you not let anybody know how smart you are? It appears that there's something about your emotional intelligence that will bring you the bag that you are seeking in life. You don't express your words as much as you should, and that actually holds you back from your financial stuff because this is your money house. And it has something to do with your relationship with your mom. Was your mom somebody who stopped you from talking? Is she the one that's able to shut you down? But also at the same time, if she's the one that empowered you or never back down from speaking her mind, that is the energy that you were supposed to rock with because there's something that you're meant to say and people will listen to you just based upon your face. Pretty much that's how this is set up for you. Right here, there's this little bit over here, you see, that means that you're aggressive and a pioneer, but underneath of this is all the beauty thing, energy that is, what is the word? Used as a cover so that people will not disregard your mind, pretty much. So this area over here is your third house, the past where you came from. Your family is your bonus in life, your blessing, being able to connect with them and be around them, but also it's where you came from. You were supposed to be enjoying this area till around the time you were 8 and a half to 19 before you stepped out into the world and moved away into working, into earning your own money. But the comfort of family is where you stayed last time. You actually dedicated your life to family and you did not leave your family. You did not go anywhere. You were pretty much a local. At your core now, you were still a family person. You are a mom. You're a moody with this sort of energy here. The main issue I see for you is this right here. This is Chiron. This is the wound. There is a wound in your self-esteem that came from your family. Maybe it was the way that you were expressive, the way that you speak, act, just something about that. Somebody tried to shut you down constantly when you were younger and not allowing you to be the fullness of yourself and your childlike innocence. And that is something that you were meant to overcome to help other people who are doing the same thing, because you are creative. There's something about you that is creative, that is funny. And the place in your chart where you have the most expansion, where you will see yourself expand, is when you start sharing with other people the things that you have overcome, or using the techniques that you use to survive in order to help other people survive their situations. Now, this area over here is the sixth house. This is the house of your day-to-day activities. You were always meant to go from a place of being of service where you had to work and be handy and help other people get their lives together on a day-to-day basis. But that was always meant to karmically, because this is vertex. This is something that gets pinged typically around October for you, that you were supposed to work with beauty, being a balancer for other people, working for the underdog. But I'm definitely saying this feels like you're meant to be doing. This could even be writing. Have you considered writing? Horses, anything that allows you to bring balance to other people just with your presence for this going on here. Now, for the other areas that you are currently being hit in, there's a lot of energy going through your intimacy, your relationships house. It appears that for you, you're the type of person that would do better being free in a relationship. You're fine with having a connection or even a title, but not being able to breathe is being triggered for you right now. You want to discover who you are. Have you heard Ariana Grande's album? Go listen to NASA. Because that's what's happening to you right now. You're going through a phase where you need space because you are learning who you are and your identity, and you learning who you are over the course of the next year is the thing that will set you up financially going forward, because you were about to go through a peak phase with this setup here. Your feelings right now, this is the moon that only stays here for a couple of days, are in you wanting to learn more. You are striving for more, finding out what you need to be doing for your career, because so much of your mind and the way that your chart is set up is in you having a radical change in your career that allows you to be put in charge of your stuff, of your own money, your entrepreneur. It's something that you are meant to put online. This could be photos, and I think it totally has something to do with me and Marcus. I think you're supposed to be modeling in like our videos and stuff like you were before, but it's gonna launch way bigger this time. But there's a radical change in here that is gonna make you the owner. You're being transformed right now. Any pain or discomfort you're feeling right now is because you're being rerouted. You see all these up here? That's 6 planets that are helping you network, get into place with your friends, and that's going to be over the course of the next 2 years. But also to weed out anybody who is not your friend, because you're meant to be making money through your friendships and the people that you meet online and your connections. Right now, you are coming up with a plan. You are putting the dots in order, so to speak. You might be spending a lot of time in isolation thinking about how you feel about your own independence. Try doing what I'm doing right now. Make a video to yourself. Get your words out. Writing could also help, or voice notes, but you have a lot of pent up energy that needs to come out. There are things that are channeling through you and your dreams specifically that are messages that are leading you in the right direction. The worst thing you can do right now is not trust your intuition because of your fear of the outcome. You have so much energy here that says things are uncomfortable to you right now because you need some time in solitude to hear your own voice, because the next phase for you is about to be huge. So thank you so much, Keke. You please let me know what questions you have, ma'am.